Have you ever felt like you're chasing success, but it's always just kind of out of reach? Well, today, we're going to dive into the core idea of a book that basically argues we've been looking at success all wrong. This is the foundational philosophy behind Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And let me tell you, it's not about quick tips or life hacks. It's about a radical, inside-out shift in how you see everything. So let's just start with a big question. What does being truly effective even mean to you? Is it about having the right image, the perfect social media presence, the right job title, or is it something deeper? This is the central challenge that Stephen Covey throws at us right from the beginning. And to answer that question, Covey takes us on this really fascinating trip back in time. He argues that to get what real effectiveness means today, you first have to understand how our entire definition of success has been completely flipped on its head over the last century and a half. And at the heart of that whole change is this one fundamental switch. We've gone from focusing on our inner character, who we actually are on the inside, to focusing almost entirely on our outer personality and how other people see us. It's a move from substance to image. Covey actually frames this as a kind of battle, a showdown between two totally competing ideas for how to live a successful life. He calls them the character ethic and the personality ethic. Think of it like you're standing at a fork in the road. On one path, you've got the character ethic. That's the inside path. It's built on a solid foundation of timeless stuff like integrity, humility, and courage. Then, on the other path, you've got the personality ethic. That's the outside path. And it's all about the surface level things, your public image, communication tricks, and all those quick fix techniques. Covey has this absolutely perfect analogy for it. He says the personality ethic is like pulling an all-nighter to cram for a test. Yeah, sure, you might pass, you might get that short-term win, but did you actually learn anything? Does it lead to real, deep understanding? Absolutely not. It's just not a sustainable way to be truly effective in the long run. So if that modern approach is so flawed, what's the answer? Well, this brings us right to the heart of the entire book. It's what Covey calls the inside-out approach. And the idea is actually pretty simple, but it is so profound. Inside out just means that real, lasting change always starts from within. Public success, I'm talking about great relationships, amazing teamwork, true leadership. It's basically impossible unless you first win the private victories over yourself. It all has to start with your character. This huge focus on character is exactly why the 7 Habits is not just some to-do list you can check off. No way. Its real purpose is so much deeper than that. It's actually designed to help you fundamentally change your entire paradigm. So what in the world is a paradigm? Well, it's basically the lens you see the world through. It's your mental map. And Covey's whole point is that if you want to change your life, your results, you can't just change your actions. That's like trying to find your way in a new city with the wrong map. You have to change the map itself first. Okay, so if the big goal is to change our mental map, how in the world do we actually do that? Well, this is where Covey gives us a framework for that journey of growth. It's a path, and he calls it the maturity continuum. This journey has 3 really clear stages. We all start off in dependence. That's the paradigm of you take care of me. Then, the first huge goal, what he calls the private victory, is to achieve independence. That's the paradigm of I. I can do it. I am responsible for myself. But, and this is key, that's not the end of the road. The highest level is interdependence, the paradigm of we, where we can work together to create something way bigger than any of us could alone. Now here's a really critical point. In our culture, we tend to put independence up on a pedestal. We think that being self-reliant is the ultimate goal. But Covey argues that true, maximum effectiveness is actually found in interdependence, that ability to build deep, powerful, collaborative relationships. That's the real public victory. So, this all brings us to one final question, and this one's for you. As you look at your own life, your work, your relationships, your goals, are you focused on the appearance of success, or are you doing the real work, building that deep foundation of character? Is your success being built from the inside out,